Clarice, Maurice, Charisse. Your mouth is moving like a rat. You need to shut it. Hello, hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Chemico. I don't know if you guys noticed a little something different. I dyed my hair. And I don't know if you watched my last video, but I was explaining my hesitancy and my fear of dyeing my hair. I decided to stop being a pussy and finally do it, so it's done. It's like a platinum blonde white color. Anyway, this is something that I wanted. So this is going to be a long awaited video. I was supposed to have done this video like 6 months ago. This is finally the story time of one of my other roommates that I had in college. A little backstory with this roommate. After my experience with my first roommate, I decided that I wanted to room with friends. I did not want to room with a stranger, and I didn't want to room with a white person anymore. Am I sounding a little bit? I have my reasons. I didn't need that in my life anymore. If you guys want to know about my first roommate, you can actually go and watch like my first roommate story time. It's a bit of a long video. Cause once I just got in the group of talking, I just kept talking, but you can watch that video if you want to. But yeah, let me just jump into the story. Like I was saying before, after my first experience with my first roommate, I did not want to room with a stranger anymore. So one of my good friends, she told me that her friend and another one of her friends were all rooming together, but they needed a fourth roommate, and so I decided to be their fourth roommate. And how the dorms work in UNF is that you have a suite, and in the suite you have 4 rooms, and with the 4 rooms there are 2 bathrooms, so 2 people share 1 bathroom. So I got the suite with someone that I knew. She wasn't my friend per se, but she was more of an acquaintance, and I thought we were cool, you know, but I guess you never really know someone until you live with them. So the person that I got the bathroom with, I was told by my friend that she was a very clean person, because when my friend went to her dorm room, because the person that I was sharing the bathroom with, she roomed with someone else, she said every time she went into the dorm room was clean, the bathroom was clean, so that I'm in good hands, because my friend knows how picky I am about bathrooms, because like, it's a bathroom, it has to be clean. And so I go in thinking like, all right, I'm not gonna have any problems with the bathroom, you know, but that was a lie. I need to give this roommate like an alias. Let's call this roommate Ramona. During the first semester with Ramona, it's pretty interesting. During the first couple of weeks of school, we had the campus police come to our dorm room asking to talk to her on an assault allegation. However, those assault allegations later on in the semester were dropped because the person that made those allegations, they lied. But it was still weird to have the campus police come during the first couple of weeks of school, you know, don't really know this person, and they're like, oh, we're coming to see your roommate on assault allegations. Unfortunately, the first semester also felt like a repeat of the first semester with my very first roommate. Miss Ramona did not clean the bathroom, and at this point I tried not to get upset or have a repeat of the previous year before that, because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, Kemi, you've already gone through this, you know how to deal with this stuff, so just, you know, just leave it alone, because it's literally just a bathroom. However, it came to a point where I was just tired of cleaning the bathroom all the time. And so I went to Ramona and I'm like, hey, can you clean the bathroom this weekend? And Ramona would say, yeah, sure, no problem. But then the bathroom would never get cleaned. And so I just brushed it off as I do typically. And then I noticed she just progressively started to get even dirtier. So she would shave in the shower, but she would leave her shavings in the shower and on the shower curtain, like the shower. You know, they have the plastic part of the shower. Like the shavings would be on the plastic part, and then it would be in the sink, like in the shower tub thing. So not only was she dirty in the bathroom, but she was dirty in the common area. And in the suite, at the end of the suite, of each side of the suite, there was a sink area where you could go and brush your teeth and wash your hands. And at the end of on our side of the suite with our sink, there was always hair on the floor. Always hair. So Ramona loved to wear wigs, and she would love to brush her wigs out and just leave the hair on the floor. So she would have like a red wig, an orange wig, a blonde wig, all the colors of the rainbow, and the hair would just collect on the floor. It would just collect on the floor. And she never cleaned it. And then on top of that, she would bring her boyfriend, and her boyfriend had a lot of hair, and he would pick out his hair and he would just leave his hair on the ground. But second semester is when things really started to pick up. So around the end of January, Ramona texted me asking if I would be okay with her having a service animal in the room. And so I asked her what type of service animal would she bring into the room. Notice how I'm putting service animal in quotation marks, because she does not have any sort of disability to my understanding. And the service animal that she wanted to bring into the room was a 6-week-old puppy. So I told her respectfully, no, I would not be okay with a service animal being in the room. I'm allergic to dogs. I am allergic to dogs. And I would not be comfortable with that. And she replied, you wouldn't even be able to see the dog. The dog would be in my room. However, you know, it's one thing to see the dog, but it's another thing to hear and smell a dog. A dog is not necessarily a very quiet and odorless animal to have. So I go and I ask my 2 other roommates if Ramona talked to them about getting a service animal, and my friend said, yeah, she asked me about getting a dog, and I told her that you were allergic to dogs, and she said she would talk to you about it. And I asked my other roommate, and my other roommate said she had no idea that she was thinking about getting a service animal. So at the end of our text conversation, Ramona's like, you know what, it's okay, I won't get the dog. You know, there's only a couple months left in the semester. It doesn't make sense for me to get the dog, yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, okay, cool, fine. And then Super Bowl weekend comes. And I guess Ramona forgot that I was still on her Snapchat privated story, because when I checked her Snap story, I saw that she indeed did get the dog, and that the dog was in the dorm room running around in the common area. And that Super Bowl weekend, I was also hanging out with my friend who was also my roommate, and we got to discussing, and we found out that Ramona was not the clean one, because if you remember, my friend told me that Ramona was a clean person because every time she went to her dorm room was always clean and her bathroom was always clean. Turns out it was Ramona's old roommate that was doing all the cleaning. It was Ramona's old roommate that was doing all the cleaning. And one of my friends heard Ramona said, oh, I don't clean bathrooms. And this was the person that I got stuck with. That night, I also found out that Ramona and her old roommate also had some problems with an animal. So Ramona and her old roommate found a stray kitten and they were housing it in their dorm room. However, Ramona's old roommate didn't like that Ramona was not being clean with the cat. Because if any of you guys have a cat or know anything about cats, they need a cat litter box to use the bathroom. And when cats pee, there's a very strong smell of ammonia. And if you live in a very enclosed space with a cat litter, with stinky cat litter, it's gonna start to affect you. And so they ended up getting into an argument and having to switch rooms because of the cat. So you can imagine how I felt knowing that Ramona was not a clean person, that Ramona had problems, animal problems with her former roommate, and that Ramona brought a dog into the room after I told her that I was allergic to it. I was fuming. After the Super Bowl party, I head back to my room and I'm getting ready because it was Sunday for the next week. And very faintly to the left of me, I hear a bark, meaning that the dog was in the room right next door to me. So, being that I was upset about the situation, I was thinking, okay, who can I tell about this? Who can I snitch to? So I said, the RA. So I texted the RA on our floor and I said that I think that there is a dog in our dorm room that isn't supposed to be in our dorm room. So the RA decided to do a surprise room inspection, and unfortunately the dog was not in the room because she probably moved the dog during the week or during the daytime, probably gave it to her boyfriend so the RAs wouldn't find it. But believe me, the dog was in the room. I know what I heard. And the dog was in the room for quite some time, and I really couldn't do anything rather than just live with the dog. The thing is, I don't think I would have had a problem with the dog had she had been a clean person. So previously, in the previous semester, I saw that she did not clean the bathroom, she did not clean the sink, she did not clean anything. So if I see that you're not very clean with yourself, what makes me think that you're going to be clean with an animal, like a puppy, like a baby dog that poops and pees everywhere? How are you gonna be clean with that? And believe me, she wasn't clean, because every time I came back to my room, the room smelled like hot dog shit. Like, it smelled so bad, and she knew it smelled bad because she would periodically come out with like an air freshener and spray the suite, but then it would just make it smell like a tropical fart. It did nothing. And because the dog was a puppy, the dog did not know how to control itself, and so she had puppy training pads. And with the puppy training pads, she would throw the used puppy training pads in the kitchen trash, because we had a little bit of a kitchenette area in our suite, and she would throw the training pads in the kitchen trash. And she did not take out the kitchen trash. Who the fuck does that? And another thing that really just pissed me off, so we would share the bathroom and I would put my toilet paper there and we would share the toilet paper. Super Bowl night, I put out a fresh roll of toilet paper, and Tuesday morning, that toilet paper roll was finished. Cause why? She was using it to clean up after her dog. Oh my god. So after that, I decided that I was not gonna leave my toilet paper roll in the bathroom. When I was done, I was going to take my toilet paper roll and put it in my room. Because if you don't want to respect my wishes of you not bringing an animal into my room and then using my toilet paper to clean after said animal, you're just not gonna use my toilet paper. Wipe with your fucking hands. And I feel that she knew, well, not I feel, I know that she knew how I felt, and she probably felt mad that I was not leaving toilet paper in the room anymore. So what she did is that she rearranged her room, because how her room was rearranged is that on the wall that shared with mine, she had her TV, but she rearranged her room to where her bed was on the wall that shared with mine. And she would proceed to have very loud and obnoxious sex with her boyfriend. One time, I was awakened at 6 in the morning to cheeks clapping. And the walls in the dorms are very thin, so I was hearing those claps. Like, how are you so horny at 6 in the morning? 6 in the morning. 6. Ugh. So, you know, I dealt with all of this for about a month, and then COVID happened. So I moved. Well, we all moved, and it was great. And I never heard from her or saw from her ever again. You know, I was really hoping that the second time that I got a roommate, that it wouldn't have been a repeat of my first roommate. Unfortunately, it was. The only benefit was that I did not experience racism, you know. So that was a perk. Well, that's it for this video and this story time. I tried to keep it as short and to the point as possible, because if you let me talk, I will continue to talk. So I just had to keep it succinct, you know. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you like me and my hair and you want to see more of me, please subscribe down below. Watch all my other videos, and I will see you next time.